Throughout the proud history of Sunderland AFC, a select few managers have left their mark on Wearside, guiding the Black Cats to silverware and building teams that inspired generations. These leaders became legends in the eyes of the red and white faithful. Today, we're counting down the top 5 Sunderland managers of all time, the icons who shaped the identity of this great club. Let's take a journey through the history books and celebrate those that led Sunderland AFC to its greatest triumphs. At number 5 we have Bob Stoko. Bob Stoko became manager of Sunderland in November 1972 when the club was struggling near the bottom of the second division. Just 6 months later, on the 5th of May 1973, he led Sunderland to a historic FA Cup victory. Sunderland faced reigning champions Leeds United at Wembley Stadium. Despite being heavy underdogs against a star-studded Leeds side, Sunderland secured a famous 1-0 win thanks to Ian Porterfield's first half goal and a legendary double save by goalkeeper Jimmy Montgomery. This marked the first time in 42 years that a second division team had won the FA Cup. Stoko's jubilant run across the pitch in his Macintosh and Trilby hat became iconic, later commemorated by a statue outside the Stadium of Light. Stoko cemented his legacy with the 1973 FA Cup triumph. He later guided the club to the second division title in 1975-76 before resigning the following year. He would return as caretaker manager at the end of the 1986-87 season before retiring for good. Now we move on to number 4, Alex Mackey. In August of 1899, Mackey took the reins as manager, ushering in a new era for Sunderland. Over the course of 214 games until 1905, he built a side that would quickly rise to prominence in English football. His impact was immediate. In his first 3 seasons, Mackey guided Sunderland to impressive league finishes, 3rd in his debut season, followed by a strong push to 2nd. But it was in his 3rd year that he achieved what every manager dreams of, the pinnacle of English football, crowned as Football League champions. Mackey also led Sunderland to the 1903 Sheriff of London Charity Shield, a precursor to the Charity Shield contested in the present day. Mackey's tenure wasn't without its shadows. Financial irregularities off the pitch would cast a blemish over his legacy. Yet his tenure delivered exactly what mattered most, a first division title. For all the controversy, Alex Mackey secured his place in Sunderland's history books as a manager who brought glory to the club. After all, winning is the ultimate aim of the game. At number 3, it's Bob Kyle. In August of 1905, a significant chapter in Sunderland history began. Bob Kyle was invited to take the role of secretary manager at Sunderland AFC. What followed was a remarkable journey spanning nearly 23 years, as Kyle dedicated himself to the club until his retirement on March the 15th, 1928. To this day, he remains Sunderland's longest-serving manager. But Kyle's tenure wasn't just about longevity. It was marked by true success on the pitch. Under his guidance, Sunderland claimed the prestigious Football League title in 1913. Perhaps most notably, Kyle holds a unique place in the history of football. He remains the only Irish manager ever to win the English top division, a rare achievement that has stood the test of time. Nearly a century later, his contributions to Sunderland and to football history continue to be remembered and celebrated. We now arrive at number 2, and it's Johnny Cochran. In 1928, a new chapter began for Sunderland AFC. A man from Paisley in Scotland, Johnny Cochran, stepped into the manager's role, succeeding Bob Kyle. Few could have predicted the legacy he was about to build. Over the next decade, Cochran would become a cornerstone of Wearside football, guiding Sunderland through 500 matches with vision, determination and a winning spirit. His greatest triumph came in the 1935-36 season when he led Sunderland to the pinnacle, the Football League First Division title. It is, to date, the final top-flight title for Sunderland Association Football Club. And if that wasn't enough, they followed it up by winning the Charity Shield as well. But Cochran wasn't done yet. In 1937, he took Sunderland to Wembley, where his side claimed a memorable 3-1 victory over Preston North End in the FA Cup, bringing the prestigious trophy home for the very first time. After years of dedication and success, Johnny Cochran retired as Sunderland manager on the 3rd of March 1935. Cochran left behind a legacy of silverware, pride and unforgettable memories for the fans of the Black Cats. And now we reach number 1. And do you know what? I don't think I've got a voice grand enough for this. I think we need someone with a better voice. And I know just the man. Alright mate, do you reckon you can do me a favour? Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Alt Ending.
And now time for the number 1 Sunderland manager of all time, Tom Watson. In 1886, as Sunderland turned professional, they appointed their very first manager, Tom Watson. It was a decision that would shape the club's history forever. Under Watson's leadership, the team of all talents emerged. In just 4 seasons, Sunderland won the Football League First Division 3 times, an astonishing feat that has never been matched in the club's history. To this day, Tom Watson remains Sunderland's most successful manager, but his story didn't end there. In 1896, Watson moved to Liverpool, where he repeated the extraordinary. He led them to 2 First Division titles and a Second Division title, becoming the first manager in English history to win the top flight with 2 different clubs. He remained at Liverpool for 19 years until his death. It was his 56th birthday. Watson had returned to his hometown of Newcastle, where he developed a bout of pneumonia. He passed away shortly after this and was laid to rest in Anfield Cemetery. Tom Watson wasn't just a great manager, he was a pioneer. He kick-started the legacy of both Sunderland AFC and Liverpool, delivering both of their first top-flight titles. His win percentage at Sunderland, still the highest of all time. He was, he is, and perhaps always will be, the greatest Sunderland manager ever.
Thank you very much to Alt Ending for introducing the final and greatest Sunderland manager of all time. But perhaps more importantly, thank you to the managers listed in this video. Without you, our great club wouldn't be what it is today. Your legacies on Wearside will be forever, and you will never ever be forgotten. And whilst we dream that one day a manager will come along and join their ranks, for now, we will always remember the 5 greatest Sunderland managers of all time. Cheers.